Welcome to 032 Conversations, the podcast where we talk to creatives, see how they live, and how they do their work. I'm your host, Karl Villarica, and Happy New Year! Yeah! Fireworks! Yeah. Honestly, I tuned out most of work between Christmas and New Year. I literally just spent it hanging out with family, doing family stuff, and being on the bike for a lot of hours. And really had a, so that, in that sense, I had a really good Christmas break. But I'm catching up on a lot of work. I mean, I almost forgot to post this. I'm recording this right now before we head out to celebrate New Year's Eve. I'm recording it. I still need to edit this. I'll need to post it. I'll need to put it together. I'll need to write a little caption for it. So I'm going to keep this short. For 2019, get started with your travel plans. Head on over to Destination Specialists, the travel agency that delivers happiness. If you're like me and then you don't want to have to plan your trip too much, go on to all of these websites with all of these airlines and then look at all these different packages. If you'd rather just talk to somebody on the phone and then just tell them, I want to go here. I want to try out this package and let them handle all of the fuss. Head on over to Destination Specialists. They have 2 branches. One is in SM City, Cebu, and the other is in Manila Town Center. Best people to work with for travel. Talk to a person, not stare at a machine. And that's the best way to have a holiday. Head on over to Destination Specialists. Okay, this episode is a 2-parter episode. If you haven't listened to the first one, you don't need to listen to the first one to get the second one. But, if you want to listen to me and my guest, my very special guest, she's my wife, Stephanie Villarica. We recap some of the most downloaded episodes of 2018. We talk about some of the guests. We riff on our thoughts about them. We ramble and even argue a little bit, I guess. So this is the second part. You can listen to the first part that came out on Christmas Day. And if this is your first time to listen to 032 Conversations, please subscribe. Download the podcast app to your phone. Subscribe to 032 Conversations. We have a new episode every Tuesday. Let's start off this episode looking back to my conversation with Chad Manzo. Then after that conversation with Chad Manzo, you're going to hear Steph and I talk about it. Let's get to the episode.
What from your work has gotten the most attention? Would you know?
Siguro ang sapatos dyan.
Oh, yeah. So that one got... Because like a lot of the work that I saw was locally, but those katong what did you call it, gani? For the
This is Madness.
This is Madness. Why did you call it This is Madness? I'm curious.
Kay, mura man siya kanang kuan good, kanang blasphemous kayo sa mga sneakerheads ba nga. Ako binuangan nila mga favorite models ba. Nag-anticipate ko silang reaction nga. Some not shit na.
Yeah, well. It's the internet. The internet's like that.
Gani. So mo to, This is Madness. Nag-expect na ko daan ba? Na ilang
just for the listener, so the This is Madness, correct me if I'm wrong, ba? This is Madness is kanang nag-remix ka og mga
sapatos.
Shoes. Typically, shoes that sneakerheads like, mga Nike,
Adidas.
Mixing them together, putting them together,
Duha na siya ka version actually. Ang This is Madness. Ang first last year. Ang karon nga year ang pinaka-grabe o like tagad as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah?
Like good and bad.
Oh, why would you say karon ang pinaka-grabe?
Grabe kay siya kay naabot siya og Bleacher Report, naabot siya og Hypebeast, naabot siya og Heist na BP.
So in terms of the coverage, grabe gid kayo.
Grabe jud kayo siya, naabot pa kayo siya og Sneaker Freaker, naabot pa siya og Purveyor, naabot siya og
Where it's only posted on your Instagram, Rigid, no?
Instagram.
I'll make sure to include some links to some of the Unsani.
Sige.
Yeah, so how did that Unsani man? Like, how did that, number one, how did that happen? Like, how did you find out about, how did you like figure out that idea?
Kaya ang first manggod, nabuhat na to na ako ang first, for the sake lang nga, mo generate lang kog noise na, hey, na ako ba? Kaya ang aim manggod atong first nga, This Is Madness is, ma-feature ko balik og Hypebeast og Heist Snub for the second time. Kaya ang katong first na ko nga project ang gibuhat nga tuyo lang gid para tagdon og Hypebeast og Heist Snub katong sartorial zone na tagad man. So nangita na
the sartorial zone, which is the
katong cartoons og fashion bisagol.
Oh, I must have missed that one. Cartoons of fashion.
Hindi na kayo na siya.
Amo ba?
Like super duper like 2 years siguro ago. Mo to yung first job na ko nga
I suspect I saw it, but maybe wala ko ka scroll ana kalayo.
Dugay-dugay na pud biya gito. So mixture na siya of like kanang fashion ug akong favorite cartoons o video games sa una.
I haven't seen these actually.
Dugay.
I remember this. I remember seeing that. Anya.
Dugay na siya. So ang aim atong This Is Madness nga first kay para tagdon balik sa Hypebeast o Guys Snub. So katong first edition kay Anywhere and Anything o bisag unsa lang dito ang akong i-remix.
So wait, so you knew good, you conceptualized it, kanang those media, those publications, they really look at they're most of their posts are about shoes and so streetwear and so you really made it target you made it with the point of kana you're going to get this audience.
If dili gani okay ra pud.
Yeah.
Pero ang tuyo gila to tagdon ta. Tagad namin to. So ang katuday ng first nga This Is Madness kay sagol og sa nga sneakers dagang kay nas kwato. Then muna to ang second nga natagad no. Ang aim na pud manggod nako sa latest nga This Is Madness kay matagad for that a third time para kaingon ko nga di na jud ni swerte lang kanang ako i-prove sa day nga dili na ni fluke ang akong pag feature sa gasa. So timing man kayo nga pag March 26 Air Max Day man.
So you timed it for that day.
So generate sa extra buzz or whatever. So katong content sa last nga This Is Madness kay puro ra gid to Air Max ug Nike.
The latest one. So like the different Air Max models you just
sagol.
You Frankenstein them. No? So wait, number one, how were you able to get their attention in the first place?
Ang katong recent lang nga This Is Madness, swerte to siya kay so gikan lagi sa first nga katong This Is Madness nanay nang follow nako. So ang unang nitagad sa latest nga This Is Madness kay some guy from London nga nagmanage sa Foot Patrol, which is a very big kanang sneaker shop sa London. Then yan gi-repost. So pag repost niya, gi-repost ni King of Trainers, gi-repost ni Word on Feet, which is mga dagko nga accounts sa dagko nga Instagram accounts behind shoes ba.
Yeah.
London na sila ranan. Antun sa naabot sa point nga natagad gid nakuha siguro sa Hypebeast kay akong sa silang gitag anyway sa Instagram.
But they probably get tagged like 100 times a day.
So
Yeah.
If di siguro sila ganahan post or whatever ila siguro ni ana ba. So
you tag them sa yun.
Sa first three lang para dili samok ba like dili gani obtrusive na.
Yeah.
First three. If dili tatag doon, okay fine whatever. So mo to na-repost ni P-Raps, na-repost ni King of Trainers, Word on Feet. Then, naabot din siya una sa Bleacher Report. Shak ko.
Yeah, that's a strange place to find it in a way.
Status Bleacher Report. Then, Sneaker Freaker. Dito na din tong Hypebeast o Heist Snub nga co-sign ba? I-post na nila silang website o sa ilang social media. So, dako itong range yun. Like, kasi grabe.
No, but how did you get this is the latest one.
Ang latest.
Pero kato that the first one that kato natagad sartorial zone like how did that happen? Gitagra nimo.
Gitagra sad nako nga nag-hashtag ko sa first trip. Yeah. The following day na yun, kwento siya, gi-tweet siya sa Twitter sa hypebeast katong Garfield. Then gikan dito, dagkan na kay nag-trickle down na.
Okay. So like in a way, more sort of reach out gihapon siya. Like so that really works. So
wala ko ni reach out nila like sila mo ni tweet ba na.
No, what I mean is, but you tag their Instagram account?
Oh, sa first three na.
Yeah. In a way, that's kind of reach out maghihapon.
Oh, pero dili siya like kanang, hey, tagda ko, gani.
It's like kanang like somebody just like tapping you on the shoulder.
Of course, kanang ka mo. Like if you don't ask, you don't get there, diba?
No, I believe that. Yeah, that's why that's why I kept probing, kept asking about it, because I think also sometimes people think na murag if maayo ka na makakita nimo. But the truth is, you have to put yourself out there. It's not enough nga murag.
Exactly. Yeah. Dili mi sa tuingon nga kanang sureball ta nga i-post ato, di ba? Dito sureball nga andun ta nila or ilatang i-reciprocate nila ang ilang content. Mura na to.
Yeah, like I'm here. Like if this is interesting to you, like you didn't say anything obviously, but like you just simple tag lang.
Moto ang katong latest nga This Is Madness, proof to na ko yun nga tagdun gid ko nila. Whatever did like as long as nindot lang gid akong content.
And mo match sa
ilang content, yeah, nindot pag-execute akong output. I think mura gid na importante. Relevant lang gid.
So that was a clip from Chad Manzo. Anya, obviously the podcast tends to focus on a lot of local creatives.
Yep.
No? But Chad is one of the very few who's had basically international. His work has
reached
like an international audience.
The international level.
Like legitimately, I mean, who knows? Who knows if maybe a million people probably. I mean, hard to say really, no, because
we're not really in the scene. Man said good, so.
Well, no, it's because magod like the This Is Madness, those shoe designs, though they were picked up by publications and then published by these huge publications, no. So it's hard to say how many people those pages reached, no. So
yeah,
Mona like
ako, I don't know him personally. I don't. I've probably seen his work. I'm not necessarily a designer. Like I can't draw for shit. Kanang, I know of Chad because you hear of him a lot from other people. Like if somebody would say kana art and like creative work, stuff like that. Like his name would always come out. So Murag, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think he's one of the maybe influential artists in his generation, like here in Cebu.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You remember that
Did you do collab with him ba? No.
No, with Chad, no. But remember John Ahmed, the guy who sent us a message? Yeah, but John, if you John Ahmed, if you are listening.
Very nice guy.
Yeah. Thanks for
very
doing
respectful.
The intern thing. Yeah. No, but he listened to the podcast. I believe he listened to the podcast because of Chad. Yeah. Because ganahan kay siya ni sa work ni Chad Manzo, no?
Yeah, I'm not in the scene like in terms of like mga artists and stuff. But I like when it comes to talking about that industry, his name would always come out.
Well, the nice thing about living in a small-ish city like Cebu is that if you are good at what you do, for sure, one way or another, your name circulates within the people that matter.
That's right.
No?
That's true.
So if you wanted to be known as a illustrator, graphic designer, artist, if you're good at what you do, the people who will want to know who you are, your name will eventually come across them.
Yeah.
No? Unfortunately, the counter there is being in a small city, you also have a smaller market.
No, so I don't know. There's a balance there. Like this podcast is an example of that. So most of my guests are Cebuano
All of them
creatives.
are, well, all of them are
Yeah,
Cebuano.
yeah. Well, I mean, they
All
live
of them
here.
are Cebuano. They live here. So it
I don't know
would
if
be
there's
safe to
necessarily
say,
Cebuano.
it'd be safe to say they're Cebuano. They live in Cebu.
I know, but they're not. Well, yeah, but they basically live here. But people can argue, maybe the market's too small. Maybe these are too. Maybe it's too specific.
Like what they're doing, you mean? Is too specific?
Well, in general, like this podcast might be too specific for people, diba? But I don't know. I'm a believer of like if you're doing something interesting to a group of people that will miss you when you are gone, then there is value there. Speaking of somebody who is not from Cebu,
Who's not from Cebu?
the next person that we will play, his name is Karl Lucente from.
He's someone from Cagayan.
You see, I forgot.
Cagayan.
I actually forgot where he's
And
from.
then I remember like
Cagayan or Iligan?
or Cagayan.
I think you're wrong.
I think Cagayan.
I think you're wrong.
Iligan.
Anyway,
Iligan si
I might
Kuan
be wrong
mana.
also. I don't really know.
Si Mamay man ang Iligan. Cagayan si.
Anyway,
Anyways.
no, Mama is from Cagayan. He's in a band called Gasolina.
There. I think I got it. Yeah.
Anyway, somebody who's not from Cebu.
Mandawi Nights, Carlos Sante?
Yes.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun.
You like the music?
Very unique sound.
All right, this is a clip
You
from...
should listen to their songs.
We can do that later, after we finish this podcast. This is a clip from Karl Lucente.
Ako kami ni Trama to kay pag start na gyud namo kay kato lagi nakaibaw naman mi na
You want a different sound?
different sound gyud mi. So moto like ni venture gyud mi sa opposite sa tanan. So everything at kato nga time tanan nag-rock. Dili ta mag-rock. Das motong nahitabo sa ni drop.
Have you tried like being in gigs nga like kanang
Simang mi.
Simang kayo?
Yes.
No? Bye, grabe.
Sa to, grabihaan na nga year, oy. Kanang nakasold mig mga gigs nilang Pasha. Kanang nga na ba, ang mga line-up, rock, man.
Oh yeah, like, bye, nato pero ka-try me, like, I think it's naman to ang among, I always, Campbell?
Yes. Yeah.
I think they were playing ahead of us.
Yeah.
First of all, we were in a gig na ang Campbell. And then like mga metal, hardcore bands. It was Campbell and then among band.
Yeah, ansay na ito.
Like ilang crowd, kay grabe biya kay ilang crowd.
Yeah.
Kanang mosh gyud, nga bangga gyud, and everything. Yeah, kami sige ba, kanang just own it na lang. Let's just start with the slowest song that we have in our... like, yeah, because so you tried stuff like that. So
Yeah. Nakasoy me a couple of times. Yeah, ma-OP yun me. Pero, wala lang, kanang, siguro, dili ready ang Cebu pa to. Nga, marag na ilahi nga sound ba. Wala lang. Kami, lipay raman may basa namin gig kaysa mustak rami ba?
Bitaw, no, nga nasa
so, we don't care if...
But that's interesting, okay? Like, so it's very important to be, because I always think it's better to be different than good. Like, I'm not saying you're not good. Obviously, you know what you're doing and like the music and everything. But being different is so much better and easier. And then, in fact, all the bands that I mentioned that you're a part of, like Honey Drop, Hey It's Your Birthday, and Mandawi Nights, have all very distinct sounds. No?
Yes.
And then, I'm sure because you're in all three bands, I'm sure that has a part of, that's something that you've clearly thought about even when you just first made kanang Honey Drop. Is that, So why did you think yun nga murag better to be different yun from
Um, well, I guess tungod sa akong experience sa honey drop, like, more siya, as an artist pud ba, samot na sa Cebu, kay tungod gamay pud siya at the same time, kay if halos tanan nag-serve, for example, na yung table niya, na nag-serve og spaghetti, like, di ba, mag-bring your own food mo sa inyong barkada. Na halos tanan nagdaog spaghetti. Ikaw magdaog lechon manok baron kay full na kayo spaghetti. Di ba, murag, if nani, basta, nga na ba?
No, I love the metaphor that you painted. No, that's true. My good na. Kaysa pool kayo, magsige tag spaghetti.
Yes.
Bala, like,
oh.
Yeah, number one, if spaghetti retanan, na lisod to be like the best spaghetti.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So that was a clip from Karl Lucente. What do you remember from that?
No, what I remember from that episode, this Mandawi Nights, diba? I remember Karl saying na like they were very surprised that they were very well received in Manila. Like they were more well received there than here in Cebu at that time. Even if like people kasabot sa lyrics, I think they had like mga Cebuano or Bisaya words. Like people would show up to their gigs and sing along, which is pretty cool.
Is it pretty cool? Don't you think it's kind of sad?
No, like it's sad in the sense that the Cebuanos weren't ready for them. I think they are. Karon, they're super in here in Cebu, diba? But I think during that time, I thought that would have been super cool for them because, like, they went all, like, not the fact that they went all the way to Manila, but they were able to expand their fan base there, ba? Which
despite
I think
having Bisaya lyrics.
Yes, despite having Bisaya lyrics. It just goes to show that, music is a universal language. Catriona Gray said that in one of her interviews.
What? Who said that?
Our representative from Miss Universe. Oh my God, I kept showing you her photo. It's Miss Universe to be at tomorrow. But she did say that in her interviews. I totally agree.
Music is a universal language.
It is. Like, you don't have to... Anyways, I'm talking too much about Miss Universe. Going back to Karl.
No, you can. Go on. I mean, I personally am not that interested.
And I think whatever. I was also telling you earlier, like, while we were listening to the clip na, I think now, the music industry in Cebu is such a good industry to be in because the Cebuanos are super receptive to the artists that we have now.
They're more receptive than before.
Yes, I feel like
because you've been in gigs before.
Yeah, a lot of gigs, a lot of raw gigs. And yeah, if I felt like if Ra was playing now, okay, nagkakibog fangirls.
Amo ba naman ko one fangirl?
Ako ram to. At some point, I stopped going. Go figure. But
why'd you stop going?
Okay, kay mumhuman. Uy, niya. Balik ka man ang kanta. Hi, McCoy.
Like every band.
I know, but at some point, got kind of more pool. Anyways.
Yeah, our band was not that good, but fun, good times.
Good times. Naman may mga fangirls at that time. Jeremy, ay, daghan kitong fans na bye-bye. Okay, mura siyag F4.
What?
Yeah, diba? Like, Jeremy
was... F4.
No, but Jeremy was like the chinito-ish, Korean-looking bassist and daghan kitong makrush niya. We would know kaya we would be watching na daghan kay girls more like, kuan ba?
Ang uban mga band members, wala day mga fangirls.
Are you fishing for your own? Imo faiga mag aquara.
Ba?
Si Jason, kini ba ito makitaan ka na likod sa drum spear me? Si McCoy, Basin McCoy po, kay lead ba ito siya niya? Kanan. Siya ba ito ang
cool
star?
McCoy. Cool man to siya.
Yeah, you'd bring, I remember we're so out of topic, but I remember McCoy would bring like his drums.
His tom.
Yeah. The tom. I don't know what, I don't know what you call it, but like, meron siyang drums niya, mag-drums to siya niya. People wouldn't get it. So I think at some point he stopped bringing it. But yeah.
Can you imagine he was bringing his guitar, his guitar pedals, his synth rig, niya magdapa siya drums.
Oh.
Grabe to siya mo daog stuff.
No, but I feel like if you guys played karon like in the music scene, kay mo fit in mo. Mo fit in mo sa mga
we will
artists.
have our space.
Yeah.
Dili may ka ng simang kayo.
Dili, yeah. But anyways.
Anyway, next clip, speaking of the Cebu music scene.
Who's next?
For me, one of the
Oh, Ate Shak. I really like this episode, Sad.
Yeah, Ate Shak. So, Shak Mancao.
Hi,
For me,
Ate
she's
Shak.
one of the kanang, what's the term? The movers of the Cebu music scene. Like, if you're an indie, if you're an underground band, or you're just a band starting out back then, I don't know so much now, but...
What was the name of their production group?
Harakiri Mosh.
Harakiri
How
Mosh.
can you forget?
No, sorry. I knew what it was. I just forgot the name. I knew it was like kind of more Japanese sounding. Basta Harakiri Mosh.
Yeah,
There.
we'll get to that. So, here's the clip. Shak Mancao.
Pwede man, you can actually earn. You do get sponsors. We always get offered sponsors back then. So
Yeah?
we were offered to do bigger shows like sa mall or something na marag more corporate.
Did you ever do that?
No, because most of na when you start getting sponsors, they will always have a say on everything.
That's true.
What kind of music, what kind of bands.
This is where your punk ethos is showing.
Mga tol jud akong ulo basta. There was a meeting. I won't say kinsa or so a bunch of productions were called.
Really? Okay.
And then there was supposed to be a music festival for it ba? Marag for the underground. But it's sponsored. It's an underground sponsored event.
Okay.
And then I understand because it would be nice for the bands to get something.
Bitaw.
So anyway, moto, nag-meeting na. And then at the end, pag-present na sa kanang unsay makuha and everything, at the end, mara na, okay, you pick the bands. And then you have to submit it to us and then we're gonna pick the bands.
So napag yun sila filter after.
Nice screening. So that was nakaanan ako.
So mo na dayon na to.
Ni back out me.
Come on, ni back
eventually.
out.
Yeah.
But I guess
it's never gonna work for us.
Yeah, because Mona, I guess Kato, you had your whole, you're showing off your punk
and then,
roots here.
After that, it really happened, man, that show. After that, I heard some stories, some horror stories from the bands ba. That they weren't paid.
Mo ba?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
So I was like, I know, I had the gut feel. So...
After the interviewing na lang ko. No?
Okay ra, but that's it. Parang, okay, if you want to organize, what are you in it for? You have to know this.
Since the beginning.
You have to know this before you could even know how to organize. Because knowing how is really easy. You can make up things good. You can brand, you can do your own branding. If you have bands, if you know some bands, you can get them for free even. Or they would beg you to play that show. But for you, what's your intention ba? To have a production? Like, for us, it started out as a friendly thing na, okay, let's have a reunion. And then we were given the opportunity. So it was more luck. I could say it was more luck for us.
Or like you fell into it.
Yeah. Luck was on our side during that time. And then, I guess, experience plus luck equals, opportunities. And then you meet the right people. And then you also know how to deal with people who are not so right for you. Inana jud siya.
Ako I credit akong musical life to opening up like daghan ako kaila ba nga through music Like, and then it just so happens that people who do music, they also do interesting things.
Yeah.
Diba? So it opened up a lot of doors in that sense. No? I mean, I don't want to say like the word network is very weird, but more or less
Connections.
Kanina ko good. Yeah, tinood. Because you meet all these interesting people and and then a lot of times until now they're still doing interesting things. No?
And I've made my best and most, I don't know what to say, most important friends through organizing and being in the music scene. Maybe 90% of my friends are from the Cebu music scene.
Mo ba?
Yes.
Oh, kana. See? So, more for you pag gani than me. So, that is a clip from the interview with Ate Shak Mancao. Did you ever meet Ate Shak?
Yeah. So, this is Facebook site. I met her na
Sige, why don't you eat first?
So I'm eating pomelo. It's really good. I vowed to cut down on sweets, and then Carlos eating milk brownie. What are those?
Crackers?
Yeah, they're like chocolate crackers with
Sure,
almonds.
Good. Thanks, Mom.
And I'm eating pomelo.
Yeah,
thanks also,
Mom. If we do the interviews, like sometimes I'm tempted to bring
munchies?
Food. No, yeah, I can just like, hey, if you want to eat, ana.
Yeah.
But I know it's a bad idea.
Okay, anyways, going back, Ate Shak. I met her na, uy. In yung mga gigs before. Maybe kung attention yung, I've been to a Harakiri Mosh gig. At least once in my life, I think.
Kanya, ni-fit in or ka?
No, ako ni-fit in. Magdili siya na ako scene. But it was nice to experience once in my life.
You only been to one?
Probably not just one. Daghan mahi mo gigs sa una, din ako ka-remember, uy. Sa anak ko ka-supportive sa mo musical career, Karl.
Career? Hobby?
At that time. Anyways. Yeah, Lingo, I enjoyed the Ate Shak episode mainly because you guys talked a lot about the music scene during the time you guys were doing gigs. And that was also the time where we started dating na. And I was going to these gigs, so makarelate sa ko
You were forced to go to the gigs pa. Bago pa
To
man.
be fair, I was not forced by Carlo to go to these gigs. I was just a really supportive girlfriend.
Oh, and then so like the gigs, for me like the nice thing with the Harikiri Mosh gigs, good ba? Like it really showed the underground. It really showcased that underground music scene. And then, like, in fact, I remember the first time I went to the Harakiri Mosh gig to play. And then I didn't know what it was. I think at that point, I wasn't in Cebu man for so many years. And I had just gotten back. Maybe a year or two. No, and then we started the band. Makoy had more connections.
Yeah, because he was in the skate scene, and usually people in the skate scene also are in the music scene. Intertwined siya gamay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, I don't know how it happened, but anyway, he somehow got us a gig with Harakiri Mosh.
Hustler to Makoy when it comes to getting gigs.
Makoy was the only reason we got gigs, huh? Si Makoy are good too. Kibaw ka, nobody did any real work outside of creating music except for Makoy. Important kayo sa band in that sense. Aside from actually making the songs. But si Makoy was the one who got us that gig. And yeah, I remember the first Harikiri Mosh gig and then nakaingon gig ko nga marag, nade ni in Cebu, like this kind of scene. Oh, kanang just...
Napa ba na karon? Wala na, no?
I know that they, marag Ate Shak, every now and then will have a Harikiri Mosh gig. Well, no, we don't go out na.
So old.
Yeah,
Anyways.
We don't go out na. But daghan, honestly... These days, it seems like there's so many more better gigs.
But where do they play?
Draft Punk daw.
That's just one place.
One place, naman sa to sa una.
That's true.
Kanang big.
Draft Punk is the one in
let's be fair.
Mango, no?
It was not just one place. Like Handura was also really important. Handura still, they have a lot of gigs.
And then sometimes they would have in the Koa now. What was it before? Kukoks.
Oh, napaghihapon until now. There was a gig there last month. Pero
yeah, those were the 3 venues man magtuyok-tuyok Hermosahay.
Yeah, but now murag nindot ang mga gigs. There was that one weekend.
Basta na sila sponsors.
Well, there was that one weekend nga sponsored gig sa gyud to katong murag Sun Cellular ba to or something.
Yeah. The one in IT Park.
Yeah,
that was a Sun event. So Shout out to Sun.
Okay.
Love you guys.
So there was what was that about? So there was that gig there. Yeah, at the same time, there was another gig pag yun, na big. I think it was in Mandani Bay, if I'm not mistaken.
Same Mandani night. Bay?
Same night. I forget the name of the gig.
A gig?
Kanang concert, not gig. Concert.
Oh ba?
Yeah.
Just out of the loop na dito, no?
Oh, ikaw, out of the loop.
Feeling young, pamangod kay Karl.
Ako, kay mutanaw mo ko sa mga Instagram stories sa mga tao.
Oh ba?
Pero, yeah, daghan kay mga nice, interesting gigs now. And then, even that electronic music nga movement, I wanna watch a gig nga electronic music based.
Carlisle and stuff.
Yeah. Should get that kid in the podcast. Okay.
But yeah.
Who's
the last one?
Last clip, but not the least.
Who's the last one?
This was Franz Deadways.
Oh, Franz.
When I started Deadways, mura din siya paid to freedom na from product of radios. At first, wala at least no plan, unsay asa padong. Like eventually, after many years of running Deadways, evolved lang po siya ba into like,
because I guess it's one of those brands na murag it mirrors the
lifestyle personality something.
Oh, of course, of the one who made it. Yun, because I feel like ako mangod like the way I see things like I try to parallel it with what we're going through.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, a lot of the times, they were like, ganahan kay kuha niya. Yeah, kanina lang ihimo. I'm not a designer. My partner's the one who designs, no? But there's a lot of back and forth with, sometimes they'll give me something, we're dili man na mo match. One of the nice things with you is that at least it's directly from your head to the design. Yeah, you get to produce it right away. And then it comes out, you message it correctly already. Right away, so with the way you do your brand, no? And yeah, what have you learned kanang running like a lifestyle brand like Deadways, or even product of Uranus?
Ang na mga misconceptions sa mga tao like they think mga sayon. As long as naka Facebook page, like sayon actually sayon na gid mangita mo print. Nagkaroon mo print.
Yeah.
Sa'yo na kayo mo Facebook page. But, isog siya mahimo brand nga kanang bitaw stand out.
Yeah.
Like, kakuan sa pan nga word ha, pero
kanang well, the way I think of it is it's so easy for you that's why you see so many of these little brands pop up.
Eventually, mawa.
Yeah, like 6 months later, wala, they're gone. 2 months. 2 months, ganyan. Yeah, it's so hard to, in fact, that's what I try to think about with our brand, Murag. I want longevity. Never mind, you can, there's always a cool new brand popping up, but I want to be around 5 years, 10 years from now.
Like, that's why among mga designs sa Deadways is, Hindi siya yung minimalist tayo, but simple. Kaya, kailangan bitaw nga, if okay siya karon sa uton, like, 2 years, 3 years from now, masuot yun nito.
Then you have that longevity.
Something like that.
Was one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you, because, you said you started it when did you start Deadways?
2013.
2013.
Yeah, actually, when I started Deadways, napa ang product of Uranus.
Bitaw.
Dungan sila at the time. I think 1 year na dungan yun. Like, release ko sa product of Venus karon next week, Deadways. Then, eventually, maka-stress na bitaw kay, like, I'll make designs for product of Uranus. Like, sayang, pwede mo na ako Deadways. So, mura na siya mag-competensya na ba? Like, I'm competing against myself. Bitaw
yeah.
Idea. So, mag-listen ko buhi sa product of Venus that time kay, maunta ako ang
main source of income dito kay Deadways was still starting out, so wala pa kay siya following.
Mo ba?
So, na-surprise lang ko kay, like I said, katong third fest ni Nick every November, like pila ka years, part of years, wala akong dadon, like line, something. Then, naka-decide ko nga, the following year, Deadways lang akong i-dap. Then, what you would expect, like, kasi, okay na, may palit gamay. Then, dugay pag ito nag-open sa kong booth, then, the organizers called me na, open na rin, nag-green yan, dress yung mukhaan.
Ba?
So,
how did people find out about it, man? Maybe you already had a page that...
I think ito mga 1 year na ang Deadways, pero dito sa serious, like, sige pa ko, one. So, that's when naka-realize ko ba nga, di it matter if kung sa brand akong dadon, as long as same bitaw ako ang, like, sa Deadways, I'm passionate with
That was clip from Franz, Deadways. I know that I said it in the podcast with him nga suya kay Kos nga na siya store. Yeah. No?
Sige na siya balik-balik na suya kay na siya sa location sa Deadways na store.
Not the location, but the fact that
na siya store.
Yeah. Like
store na lagi, Karl. Di ba guys? Zerothreetwo should have a store, man.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Hopefully in 2019. No?
I've never heard of Franz until you mentioned him to me and we passed by his store.
Yeah. Well, you're not
I'm not the market. I'm not a t-shirt person too.
No, you're not like... I went there once. Because they did this... they had an event. They had an Alley Cat event.
Yeah.
Mga fixed gear kids.
I remember this.
Yeah, and then I went there to watch the documentary En Masse that Franz was a part of.
Yeah.
They basically circled Cebu with fixed gear, straight. Yeah. So I think they've circled the whole 500-kilometer stretch of Cebu in 35 or 36 hours. Just breaks for food and a nap here and there.
Yeah.
No? So it was a documentary shot by Ayan Intong, which I interviewed already.
Really?
He will be out in a few weeks. What? Yeah. So, pero nindot kay siya nga documentary. So that's the reason why I was there. But yeah, you could see good nga the young market, the people who at least were there for that event. Presumably, these are the people who also buy the clothes. Like young kids, good. Like young...
siguro dilit the market. Di naman tayo young.
Oh, katiguang na to. But mo na siya,
anyway,
no? But yeah, you know, the nice things with Franz, he's very consistent with his branding / lifestyle. No? So he's in effect, he's really being genuine to himself, ba? And then that really shows.
Which is important if you're running a brand also.
I think it's important.
Yeah.
Period. I feel like the people.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, if you're not authentic or genuine to yourself,
it will show.
Yeah, it shows.
It will show.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to state any examples, but maybe there are a few names that come to mind.
No? It's Christmas. Be nice. No, but going back, yeah, I think I don't know much about him. To be honest, I don't know much about his brand, but I've learned about him through your podcast, and you know, knowing that this is the last episode now that we're gonna be listening to.
Oh yeah, this is that. We're gonna end. We're gonna end after this.
Like what did I say? I forgot. I lost my train of thought. I don't know much about him. I don't know much about his brand, but it was nice to learn about Franz and his brand through your podcast, and it was nice to learn that there are actually people like him here in Cebu.
In what sense?
Like he's a local brand. He makes his own clothing. It's nice to know that we have a lot of people like him here in Cebu ba. You don't have to go all the way to Manila or elsewhere to find quality clothing. Nana ba? So yeah, I think nindot sa mo podcast Karl.
Subway. No, but Mona di. I think I personally feel that the how this podcast can give back is that people can share their story in a very in-depth manner. You know, like every time I have sometimes I'll do an interview, ba. When you can tell like they don't really listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, so ba magkanang
Margog ako?
yeah, but mga na gid sila. So like so we're 1 hour and a half gid ba or 1 hour or 2 hours and then I'm like, yeah. And then
Ma-conscious na nun sila.
dili man ma-conscious, but then I think the thinking is nga murag who's gonna listen to a 2 hour audio interview only, and then I don't know. I would do it. I do it. And then but also it shows that when we started the podcast this February 2018, you know,
It's my birth month.
oh yeah.
Happy tong birthday.
Lah, bitaw, I forgot.
Anyways.
No, but when we started the podcast, it shows that there are people who really listen to this and really like this medium, this format, no? And then I think that the challenge lang, at least for me, is that the podcast here in Cebu or in the Philippines in general is actually a very young format, no? People are so used to watching videos
or
no? But we can even
like
do a video.
regular interviews like on whatever.
Yeah, like edited and that.
Yeah.
But I feel like this medium, there's the content that you can get from it, ba? You really get people talking.
Yeah, I think it's more organic.
It's organic,
Yeah.
and you know what I noticed, Had? If I interview somebody and then they really don't have much to say,
Yeah.
it comes out. It comes out that they don't have much to say. That's when I struggle as an interviewer. Nga, I'm trying to...
They don't have much to say kasi magmauwaw sila or
No, they just don't have
di kaya
much.
sila open sa to talk about stuff in depth. Well, there will be people like that. Not
Yeah,
everyone's
it's
gonna
also-
be, you know.
Yeah, open to their story.
Yeah.
Like silang Franz,
Yeah.
Boots. No, but it's also my challenge as an interviewer man sa to try to get that out. But the thing is, sometimes, murag, kuwang rag life experience sa mga tao sometimes ba? I don't know, I feel like,
I think your podcast, it's a really good platform to get these stories out there. Like, ako, to be honest, I'm not a podcast listener, and I wouldn't call or see myself as somebody good in the creative scene because I'm not a creative whatsoever, but I do support the arts. I do support the creative industry. But this podcast is a great avenue and a great platform to share the stories of, because I think maybe 80-90% of the people you've interviewed are creatives, right?
they're all creative.
They're all creatives. 100% they're all creatives.
Yeah.
So marag, for people like me and maybe others that are not so familiar about the creative industry here in Cebu, because to be honest, I think generally people think na marag, like common question, how are you gonna make money with art? Is it something that you can do for a living? Those are common questions, but yeah, when you hear people na marag, oh, this is what I do. So marag, this podcast, will help those people with that kind of mindset na pwede daig yun.
Oh, pwede,
And
good.
we really do have people like these people you've interviewed the past year that have made their mark in their fields. So murag, it's very nice to know. Nahala, murag, it's so nice to know that there's so many talented artists and creatives here in Cebu.
A lot of them really make a living
Yeah.
doing their creative work. The ones that I've interviewed, many of them make a living doing that work. And then
Shout out. Comes to my head is sila that's doing really well. Sila Mark.
Mark Deutsch, Happy Garaje, yeah.
They're really good, by the way. You guys are so cool. I really enjoyed his episode too.
Yeah. Well, there are episodes that I really enjoyed but just didn't make the cut. Happy Garaje, The Cat Layno one was good.
Cat Layno was fun. I know Catman's good.
Cortz was really good. I liked his.
Cortz was fun, but I feel like bitin kay siya. You guys didn't talk so much about the history. Towards the end na.
Again, maybe we'll get him back.
Part 2 na lang. Yeah, maglingaw. I think lingaw.
Repeat guest?
I-repeat guest siya for maybe sinulog or something. I think lingaw siya.
Well, we'll see.
Historian ba siya? But doesn't like to be called a historian, di ba? But historian good siya good. But yeah, katong sila Mark, it was surprising to know that early on in their, this is for Happy Garaje ba? Early on in their career, they were actually doing a lot of foreign work. Diba? Foreign, is that the term? Or foreign or kanang outsourced work ba niya? I know of them ang good as a local creative studio. So, akong magtuon nila sa they do a lot of local work, but it was surprising to know that early on they started doing a lot of outsource.
More surprising to me was at some point they stopped Happy Garaje.
O kana sad
na they full-time job na lang siya.
They stopped sad ba. Kato na episode what got me was it was very nice to listen to how he really wanted to give back to the local industry here in Cebu.
Yeah.
It was more about paying it forward ba? It was very nice to listen to.
With that in mind, I would like to end this episode.
Yay! I survived! Ba't nag-away? Yay!
So yeah, end the episode. Yeah, you can follow Steph on Instagram. Where can
people find me?
Okay, and bye. Go. Where can you find you?
Ask me again. Ask me properly.
So, I don't want to take up too much of your time. We've been here for over an hour, and I really enjoyed this conversation. It's getting noisy in the house. So where can people find you?
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. On Facebook, it's what's my name on Facebook? Yeah, my personal Facebook.
You give that out?
Sige, I won't give it out. Sige. Instagram and Twitter, my personal gihapon. But
Step Back,
yeah, at Step Back. But also follow my little baby project, which is the Economommy PH. So that's a little side project that I'm doing with my financial advisor business. So it's at economommy.ph on Instagram or economommyph on Facebook.
Bitaw, if you're listening niya, o pa kay retirement plan,
or health plan.
Savings.
Health plan.
Okay.
I feel like health should be number one.
Okay.
Contact me.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Merry Christmas!
I think this will come out. It's a 2-parter.
Oh, so I can't greet people Merry Christmas?
No, this is Happy New Year na tinalin eh.
Happy New Year! Sinulog na sad. Oh my God, sinulog na sad. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to more episodes for 2019. Thank you, Destination Specialist, for sponsoring the podcast. The music from this episode is Piano March by Audionautics. If you're still listening, help us make 2019 a great one. There are 4 ways for you to support the show. You can become a Patreon subscriber. Head on over to patreon.com/Zerothreetwo. You can buy Zerothreetwo merchandise at the Assembly online. Head on over to assembly.zerothreetwo.com. You can share this episode on social media. Screen grab your phone, post it on Instagram, or share the link on Facebook. That all helps gets us more listeners. Or the 4th way is leave a rating on iTunes. If we can get more listeners to listen to this show, and then we can positively contribute to the creative community, who knows what 2019, 2020, 2021 will bring? Who knows? We don't know. I think the show is just one step to making the Cebu and ultimately the Philippines to have a more vibrant creative community. And who knows where that's going to bring us. Cheers. Here's to 2019. I'll see you next Tuesday.